Good morning, it's Dave at All Important Reviews, and I've got with me today one of the most popular and cost-effective dive watches. Now, this is the Casio MDV106-1A, 44mm, quartz, black aluminium bezel, sunburst black dial, loomed, although the loom is very poor, and I've put it on an aftermarket 5-link bracelet with on-the-fly adjustment, which cost about £20 off AliExpress, by the way. However, this cost me, I got it in a deal a couple of years ago. I think I paid about £55 for it, which I can't find it that cheap online currently. It's actually off Amazon double that price now. But I'm going to explain why it's still a good option. Now, I've called it a dive watch. However, the terminology of water resistance on watches is a very, very complicated subject. And a 200 metre or a 100 metre water resistance watch does not mean you can take it 200 metres or 100 metres below the surface and get complete water resistance protection. Unfortunately, the terminology does not actually match what people would commonly understand when they hear the term. So it really needs complete review of how the terminology and classification works. And basically, under Casio's own information, they've said that you can do everything but scuba diving with a 200 metre water resistance watch. And this is simply a 200 metre water resistance watch. So it is not under Casio's classification. They are not saying it's a dive watch. They are saying that they would not recommend scuba diving with this watch because it's not been tested, or it's not sufficiently passed any tests at dive depths. But you could do everything, snorkeling, swimming, etc., which is what the vast majority of people would do with this watch. However, does that mean if you took this watch scuba diving that it would fail? Well, I don't know the answer to that. And my guess, as a guess, and I take no liability on this, my guess would be that it would not fail. So, you know, some people call 100 metre water resistance watches a dive watch. But technically, and I don't know whether they've made a determination or whether some companies have made a determination that in the vast majority of cases, a 100 metre water resistance watch would be suitable for diving. I don't know. Perhaps they wouldn't, but perhaps, because all of Casio's G-Shock range are 200 metre water resist, but they do some of them that are divers 200 metre water resist. They have been tested at scuba diving depths. And Casio are saying that if you want to do diving with their watches, you would have to buy the diver's 200 metre water resist, not just a normal 200 metre water resist, which makes no sense, but that's the way it's been done. Ultimately, the vast majority of people that are buying this watch will be doing light snorkeling, swimming on holidays and stuff like that. And for that, the watch is completely fine. Obviously, if you keep it in good condition and you replace the gaskets every few years, etc. Now, let's just talk about, 1 second. So it is just under 44 millimeters. Thickness, quite a slim watch, just over 12 mil. Obviously stainless steel. The bezel I've scratched to high heaven. I actually dropped it in Thailand. put a big dent in it there. If I want to, I can change that. It's not a ceramic bezel, so that's going against it, unfortunately. I much prefer ceramic bezels because I think they look brilliant and they're so much hard wearing than these crappy inserts. The dial itself is a very nice black. Well, it's like it's like a blacky sunburst look. Date window doesn't require a Cyclops, although that is very small date window. It has what looks like a dolphin on the dial with water resistance of 200 meters. Fully loomed, but the loom is quite poor, but it is very legible watch. The size is going to be an issue for some people because it's a big watch at 44 millimeters. The case back does have some laser etching. Again, it has that kind of dolphin on the back. I'm trying to get a better picture of it. Now, the strap that it comes with is a cheap rubber band that I really don't like. But the versatility of, well, the thing about this watch is that it is so versatile. You can literally put it with any strap you want and it'll work, I would say. So it would be great with any kind of steel bracelet. Obviously, you're wanting, ideally, well, unless you can get one that will match up to the 44 millimeter diameter, which will be difficult to do. But you want one with straight lugs. It's got 22 millimeter lug width as far as I'm aware. And this is actually, this bracelet that I got, it actually doesn't fit completely perfectly, but I'm okay with that. I'll just put it on 1 second. Beautiful. Now that fits so much better than the rubber band, but if you're the kind of person that likes a rubber band, by all means keep it on the stock strap. But I do prefer a bracelet. Bezel is quite tough to move, but feels very sturdy. Obviously, the crystal is not a sapphire crystal, it's just a mineral crystal. But again, I can't remember the last time I smashed a mineral crystal watch. It's been that long. So to me personally, although having said that, yes, I have scratched them, and in fact this one does have a tiny scratch in it, but if you watch a Bark and Jack video, he shows how you can get the scratches out of mineral crystal watches. This strap is brilliant because it has this quick adjust glide lock style adjustment. So you literally click it out, slide it along, and then click it back into position. And it's totally secure. I'm pulling really hard there. Obviously, I'll put a link to this strap, which is obviously nothing to do with this watch. This is not a Casio band at all. So the stock one, I'm not going to show you on that because there's millions of videos with that, and I hate it. But you can go ahead, put it on a NATO strap, put it on a steel strap. You can put it on a magnitude of rubber straps or fabric straps. The watch is really versatile. It is big. It's highly legible. It's got the red seconds hand. It's quartz. I haven't changed the battery yet. I've had it for over 2 years. I've bashed it, dropped it, done everything with it, and it's got the Casio. It's got, you know, Casio make complete workhorse tanks. They really do. It's not a G-Shock range, but it has the sturdiness, it feels as though, of a G-Shock, although it won't have obviously the mud resist and all that and the testing that they put the G-Shocks through. I don't think this would have been through all that, but still, it's a really good watch. Great effort from Casio. I'll put an affiliate link below for the band and separate to that for the actual watch. But have a shop around because you can get this watch. It's just a great watch to go swimming in, because if it did ever fail, although it shouldn't do, you know, you paid less than £100 for it. You know, so it's a good watch to kind of, when I go on holiday, I take a diving watch, or a swimming watch, sorry, that I can just bash up, don't care about. I either take a Casio G-Shock or this one maybe, and then I take a more dressier one that I take out at night. But this is just a great all-rounder. It really is. So I'm never going to sell this watch. I probably am going to swap out the bezel. I'm going to see if I can get a ceramic bezel for this watch. Obviously not from Casio. But I'm happy with it. The price I paid, if I didn't have any diving watch, or if I didn't have any 200-meter water resistance watches, would I buy this one, or would I buy just a straight up G-Shock? It's a tough question. I think the good thing is about this is that it fits perfectly on a steel bracelet band, and it's very easy to swap it out. And if you want the bracelet, I would say go with something like this. But if you're happy with the kind of G-Shock, you know, rubber strap, I perhaps would get a G-Shock watch, because they all have 200-meter water resistance. But this one, I would say, is definitely more versatile. Okay, it's been Dave. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. There's going to be a lot more reviews coming up. I've got quite a few watches on order to review. Thanks a lot.